Hello, everybody. Amazon. Flash briefing.
Jamie, here's your flash briefing. In NPR News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. President Biden leaves for Canada this afternoon. He and the First Lady will meet Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tomorrow. Later, Biden will address the Canadian Parliament. The CEO of video sharing app TikTok testifies before a House committee today. The Chinese-owned app has come under fire from the U.S. government for reportedly not protecting American users' data. NPR's Derek Kerr reports the CEO aims to reassure U.S. lawmakers.
The testimony of TikTok's CEO Shou-Zi Chu is much anticipated today. White House officials and members of Congress from both parties have said TikTok is a threat to the U.S. They worry the app is sharing Americans' data with its Chinese owners. Chu says the social media platform is safe and secure. He also says that TikTok is not influenced by the Chinese government. The company says it now has 150 million active users in the U.S. And if it's banned, Chu says that would devastate creators who depend on it for their livelihoods. But it's unclear if that will convince U.S. lawmakers. Dara Kerr, NPR News.
Stocks opened higher this morning as the Bank of England followed the Federal Reserve in raising interest rates. NPR's Scott Horsley reports the Dow Jones Industrial Average rose more than 240 points in early trading.
The Bank of England raised its benchmark interest rate by a quarter percentage point today, echoing the Fed's action on Wednesday. Both central banks are battling high inflation. Prices in the UK are up more than 10% in the last year, outpacing the 6% inflation rate here in the US. In addition to higher interest rates, the Fed expects banks to be more stingy about lending money in the wake of two recent bank failures.
They supply most of our
in
stuff
announcing
in
the
our
rate hike
countries
yesterday,
anyway.
Fed Chairman Jerome Powell pointed to a very tight job market, and there's fresh evidence of that today. New claims for unemployment benefits dipped slightly last week to 191,000. That's low by historical standards, and suggests despite
Makes
high-profile
sense
layoffs,
to me. I mean, you're buying everything
opportunities are
from
still
them.
plentiful.
Hello.
Scott Horsley, NPR News, Washington.
A tornado touched down just outside Los Angeles yesterday. One person was injured and more than a dozen buildings were damaged. Ross Garcia says the storm passed over quickly. He ducked into a bathroom for cover.
After the debris and the noise stopped, I went outside and half of the building roof was ripped out and people came out in confusion and then pipes were busted and it was a mess.
The National Weather Service says the EF1 tornado is the strongest to affect the LA metro area in 40 years. This is the last day of a strike against the Los Angeles public school system. Unionized support staff have walked off the job, demanding a higher wage increase. LA teachers have observed the strike and did not cross picket lines. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 250 points. The Nasdaq is up 190. This is NPR. The World Health Organization, or the WHO, says 8 additional cases of the deadly Marburg disease have now been confirmed in the West African nation of Equatorial Guinea. Michael Kaloki has more.
Marburg is a hemorrhagic fever virus which can result in the body's organs shutting down. The new cases in Equatorial Guinea come after a first confirmed case last month in the northeastern Kienten province. There are no approved vaccines or antiviral medications to treat the often fatal disease. However, some potential therapies are being evaluated. The World Health Organization has deployed health emergency experts to Equatorial Guinea, as well as facilitated the provision of personal protective equipment for use by health workers. This in support of the country's response efforts to try to control the outbreak. For NPR News, I am Michael Kaloki in Nairobi.
Today is the 13th anniversary of the Affordable Care Act. Before he leaves for Canada this afternoon, President Biden plans to speak about the ACA, sometimes called Obamacare. The White House says the act has provided more than 40 million Americans with
right beside him
affordable
when he
healthcare
signed the
coverage.
thing, and I clapped so
Automaker
big.
General Motors says
Everybody
it's
could
going to
see it.
stop making an icon. GM says the current model of the brawny muscle car, the Camaro, will go out of production early next year. The future of the Chevy Camaro is still not known. It was first introduced in 1966. General Motors vice president says that this is not the end of the Camaro story, but it's not clear if it could be reintroduced as an electric vehicle. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News in Washington.
The world of podcasts can feel
Amazon.
overwhelming.
Skip.
In weather. Right now in Seattle, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has showers, with a high of 48 degrees and a low of 37 degrees. From NASA. NASA has selected ASRC Federal Facilities Logistics, LLC, of Beltsville, Maryland for the repairs, operations, maintenance, and engineering, ROME, contract. As NASA and industry partners develop new human landing systems to transport astronauts from lunar orbit to the moon's surface and back as part of Artemis, the agency is asking university students to investigate solutions to one particularly dusty aspect of landing spacecraft on the lunar surface. NASA has announced the recipients of its annual established program to stimulate competitive research, export, grants, providing a total of more than $10.8 million across 15 institutions over 3 years to support scientific and technical research. New technology is a key to helping NASA advance its long-term exploration goals for the benefit of all. To support its effort, the agency announced Thursday it will create 2 new institutes to develop technology in critical areas for engineering and climate research. NASA has issued $50 million in awards to 14 organizations to develop manufacturing processes and advanced composite materials for aircraft structures. These green technologies hold the potential to help reduce aviation carbon emissions. That's all for your flash briefing.
Why, thanks. I did for a briefing flash. But I don't think that was from you. I think it was a video I watched earlier today. It was terrible. But anyways, Amazon. Give us a joke.
What do you get when you combine a baseball field with a golf course? A diamond in the rough.
Well, that's assuming you put it in the rough. Not on a putting green. All right. Well, have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace, love, prosperity. All right. Get over there, finger.